1996, Dr. Dre releases. It was late 96 too. It was like the winter time. I remember because the summer had already passed. Unfortunately, Pac was gone. Like, this was a weird time in hip hop, ladies. Late 1996 was weird, and it even got more weirder in 97 when Biggie was taken from us. But it was just a weird time. And, you know, Dre decides to release an album that, by all accounts, was a flop. But I thought it was a good project. I enjoyed the project. But he ended up doing a lot of East Coast stuff, you know, producing for Nas and Foxy Brown and AZ. He actually released The Firm's first album, which was a really good album in my opinion. But once again, it got a lot of negative reviews. I think the album is great. But Dre did release his own solo track, Been There, Done That. Didn't like it. I've been there, done that. You got I got straps. Been 100 motherfuckers done a month ago. Never liked it. Look, Dre, you can't like everything. Even though you like artist or producer, you can't like everything they do, right? I'm just keeping it real. Like Andre 3000, Nas, Eminem, Jay-Z. I love their music, but there's also songs that I do not like from them. I'm just like, why did you make this? Just because you like somebody doesn't mean you have to like every single song they make. But Dre came out with the Been There, Done That, and I wasn't feeling it. I was like, okay, I'm good. So I was skeptical. Of Dre. Then he released the Firm album. I was like, okay, that's cool that, you know, he had some involvement in that. I really like that. But where Dre came back to me, and it took a few years, was around 1998, 1999, when he signed an artist by the name of Eminem.
Stove in his pig, drove in his big Lincoln till it went over the bridge. Jumped out and dove in the ditch. Broke in the mobile home and stole the stove in the fridge. Kidnapped the parents and left the ransom note for the kid.
Chicka, Slim Shady. Hotter than a set of twin babies. In a Mercedes Benz with the windows up when the temp goes up to the mid 80s. Calling men ladies. Sorry, doc, but I've been crazy. There's no way that you can save me. It's okay, go with him, Haley. Da, da. When I first heard Eminem, it was over. It was a rap. I was like, what is this? Who is this? And I need more. I first knew about Eminem before he was even Eminem. Just listening, following the underground circuit he was on, swaying tech, and he was freestyling under Slim Shady. And I just remember hearing the name Slim Shady, and I'm like, man, whenever this Slim Shady guy drops an album, I'm going to buy that fucking album. But just looking out for Slim Shady, didn't even know. And then I hear this song come out called, hi, my name is what? My name is who? My name is Slim Shady. There he is. That's the guy. There he is. Hi, kids. Do you like violence? Would you like to see me rip 9-inch nails to reach one of my eyelids? Want to copy me and do exactly like I did? Try sit and get messed up worse than my life is? Come on, dog. Really? And then Dre's production just meshed up so well. So well. It just... so beautiful. Perfect. Doesn't get much better than that. They were like peanut butter and jelly. And this took Dre to another stratosphere because Eminem is the biggest selling rapper to this day. He has more number ones than Elvis Presley. I mean, he's a worldwide phenomenon. And Dre, that solidified Dre. Dre had already proved what he could do with Snoop, right? He already proved what he could do with Eazy-E, right? And now he did it for a third time with Eminem. Get out of here. So he links up with Eminem. And they do their thing. Eminem is blowing up. And in the meantime, Dre's like, man, I got to put out another album. Let's put out another album. So he decides to put out Chronic 2001. But the album was released in 2000, right? Or like 99. It was like, it was released for 2000, like right before 2000. It was supposed to be Chronic 2000, but Suge Knight ended up, I guess, getting wind or like something along those lines, and he ended up releasing Suge Knight Presents Chronic 2000. like 5 months earlier. So he's like, I can't call it Chronic 2000, so I'll call it Chronic 2001.
Were you on death row when they put out the Chronic 2000?
Yeah.
So whose idea was that?
That was Suge Knight's idea. He was trying to get back at Dr. Dre.
That Chronic 2000 album, I remember it was okay. It was all right. That Chronic, Suge Knight, the one that Suge Knight put out, it was okay. I think it was mostly whack, to be honest, but it was okay. It was okay. So anyway, Dre said, screw it. I'm still calling it what I'm just going to change it to Chronic 2001. And that album right there, guys, I mean, that album had Corrupt. Obviously, it had Exhibit, Nate Dogg. I mean, it had Snoop. It had Devin the Dude, one of the GOATs. It had Nocturnal, King T. I mean, Eminem, obviously, Cocaine. Sheesh. I mean, Mary J. Blige. This album takes me back to a good time. I remember Chronic 2001 like it was yesterday, and it was such a great time and a great album and so well produced. One of the best produced albums in hip hop history. Once again, Dre did it again with Chronic 2001. He won all kinds of awards. They did an Up in Smoke tour. Oh, I wish I could have went to that Up in Smoke tour, man. That must have been the shit. Eminem, Snoop, Cube, all them. Oh, man. Yeah, I just missed it. But yeah, that was a great album. And Dre proved again that he could do the damn thing and keep it pushing. And obviously, Eminem branched off, the Dr. Dre tree. And, if there was no Dr. Dre, there would be no 50 Cent, who went on to sell 15 million albums and just became a worldwide phenomenon himself. You know what I mean? So Dre is responsible for a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Now, 2001. We're like, all right, Dre, when you gonna drop that next album, player? We ready? Who's ready for another Dr. Dre album? Raise your hand. I raise my hand. Everybody in the room raises their hand. 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2007, 2017, 18. We're hearing about this album called Detox. Gonna be released 2007, gonna be released 2011, gonna be released 2014, gonna be released, it's coming this year, 2017 trust me, it's gonna be coming when the Straight Outta Compton movie is released. We're gonna do it simultaneously. But no, man, we still to this day have not seen the Detox album. We've seen other albums or other music that he was working on that was supposed to be for the Detox album, but they ended up going on other projects. Apparently Dre is that much of a perfectionist to where he just doesn't, he's like, no, I'm good. And not to mention, he's making so much money, once again, from the Eminems of the world and all his stuff from the past, his royalties and things like that. Definitely Eminem, 50 Cent. And then not only that, he ends up signing one of the biggest deals in history with Beats by Dre, right? Him and Jimmy Iovine, weren't they partners in that or connected or something along those lines? Forgive me if I'm wrong. But that put Dre into billionaire status. I mean, billionaire status. Shot him to the moon. You thought he was already up there with Eminem and 50 Cent and all that? Now he has these Beats by Dre, and that just took him to a whole other level. Beats by Dre, I don't see him as much around anymore as I used to, right? They were a big hype back, when they first not were released, but when they were like the big talk. Me, I roll with my Sony headphones. Like, Sony has never done me wrong, and I dare anyone to find better quality than Sony. For half the price. That's just me. So I was never the one to go, I'm gonna wear these Beats by Dre because they have a big B on the side. Plus, because we're getting robbed for those shits in LA. So I was like, nah, I'm not trying to get a gun pulled in my head for no stupid headphones. And then that people were making fake beats. You'd see fake beats of like the Swap Me where the B was upside down. It was a D. You're like, wait, that's a D, not a B. You're like, oh man, my bad. But hey, they still worried. Nah, get them shits out of here. But Dre's career has been amazing. I guess there's no other words for it. Just a couple of years ago, he performed at the Super Bowl. Many would say the best Super Bowl performance in history. I would say that. Such a great performance. Great performance. And Dr. Dre finally gave some props to Alonzo Williams when he put Eve After Dark on the set that he was performing on top of. Dre also had a lot of health issues, unfortunately. He actually just recently mentioned that he had 3 strokes after the brain aneurysm that he had in 2021. You guys remember that? Like, it was a little scary time though. We literally thought we were about to lose Dre, but he had a brain aneurysm and he ended up suffering 3 strokes for that. Things that we don't know, right? Things that we don't hear. He kept that out of the public good because he just talked about that like yesterday or the day before or something like that, and everybody's like, wow, didn't know that, including myself. But yes, once again, I will go more into detail in the future of Dr. Dre, and specifically I want to talk about the Ruthless Records versus Dr. Dre. I want to go more into the Ruthless Records versus Death Row battle. I want to go more into that. You know, there's other things that I want to discuss. The Dr. Dre D Barnes situation, I'm going to talk about that. You know, I also want to discuss a few other things. You know, even him leaving Ruthless and going over to Death Row. I want to talk about that in the future. I also want to talk about Suge Knight. I'm going to do a whole show on Suge Knight. So just stick around to Dusty Vision Radio every Saturday live. If you want to check it out live, I do it live at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on Dusty Vision TV, my YouTube channel. So please tune in if you want to hear it live, or you can just check it out on the replay. Either way, I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and just keep checking in for your boy, man. Just keep helping me out with those likes. Hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you like what you hear. If you are a fan of hip hop, West Coast hip hop specifically, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you are feeling a little generous and you want to throw me a few bucks, there is a super chat link right there. You'll see the $sign. Just click on that and send your boy a few bucks, or you can do a super thanks. You can literally just super thanks me as well later on when you're listening to it after I have already recorded the show. Definitely appreciate each and every one of you. I want to ask you also to go to Rumble, the Rumble app. Download the Rumble app, RUMBLE, Rumble, and type in Dusty Vision Radio in the search, and please subscribe to me on Rumble. I'm trying to build my platform over there. It's a more uncensored version of what I do over here on YouTube, and I'm posting content over there every single day as well. So please download the Rumble app and type in Dusty Vision Radio and subscribe to me over there. If you're on Instagram, I'm Dusty Vision Radio at Instagram. If you're on Facebook, I'm Dusty Vision TV on Facebook. And please do follow my second channel, which is the name of this show right here. The second channel, though, is Dusty Vision Radio. So if you type in Dusty Vision Radio right here on YouTube, please follow my second channel as well. I post content in there daily also. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I want to wish you a very, very great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you are listening to the sound of my voice. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.
I love the idea of being memorialized on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's an incredible tribute to my artistry. Growing up in Compton, I never imagined that I would one day be represented here among some of my childhood heroes. We've heard the saying a million times before, focus on your passion and the rest will follow, and that's exactly what it is for me. Pouring my whole soul and self into my passion for hip-hop led me on a pathway to an incredible career, and I've been fortunate enough to make a living doing exactly what I love to do. How about that? Isn't that the dream, right? Yeah. And over the course of my career, I've had the privilege of finding and nurturing new talent, as well as pushing the boundaries of hip-hop, both in content and substance. But I'm most proud of elevating the clarity and sound of how we experience hip-hop. Getting that thing right is one of my greatest achievements. The clarity of hip-hop. I love that this honor is unique to Los Angeles and brings fans from all over the world to my hometown to connect with their favorite artists. So, yeah, I'll be here forever. Yeah. I'm incredibly grateful for your support throughout the years. Most of us have grown up together, and at nearly 60 years old, You're still rocking with me, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. Which is really good because I'm nowhere near done. You better believe there's a lot more coming. And I want to thank everybody that showed up here to show support for me. Thank you so much for coming out to represent. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot.